A.J. Price.
That was a veteran move. He attacked Brown. He knew he had a quickness advantage there. And basically, he put the onus on the official by initiating contact. Big play because they need something positive as they get ready to go into the half.
A.J. Price, 6 points in the first half from Amityville. And he ties it up at 37. Now Sticks Robinson checks back in.
The other thing that's happened, Gonzaga's offense has improved. It's also allowed them to set their defense. You haven't seen UConn in the open floor much with all that quickness. And if this game becomes 5-on-5, it's a huge advantage for Gonzaga because of their size and their strength on the perimeter.
Well, Price gets the second one to go. Huskies with a 1-point lead, 4 seconds to play. Pargo, no charge, got it off. Off the front rim, no. And that's the end of the first half with the score. Connecticut 38, Gonzaga 37.
And Jim Calhoun's questioning whether or not this was a charge. It looked like position might have been established, but he did have pretty good body control to try to avoid it and knock down the three.
Huskies up by a point at the break. We'll send you to Tim Brando in New York with AT&T at the half. After these messages, you're watching CBS Sports, home of the men's NCAA basketball championship.
Here we go.
All right, 38-37, Connecticut with the halftime lead. Gus Johnson along with Greg Anthony. Interesting first half. Connecticut at 1 point up by 11. Gonzaga comes back, and some players that we weren't ready for ended up having great first half.
They did. That's one reason why both these teams have a chance to play in Detroit, because of the depth. And when you talk about Stephen Gray, he was by far the best player on the floor in that first half. He had 13 points. The only guy able to score at the rim with the beat in the game, and he also is a knockdown shooter from the perimeter. Also led him in rebounding with 4. But UConn got a huge boost from Gavin Edwards as well. He came in and provided an interior presence, scored 6 points, also was active on the offensive glass, 6 rebounds in that first half. One reason why both these teams right now competing in a 1-point game.
All right, let's take a look at the Bud Light first half stats.
How about the field goal percentage for Gonzaga? That, to me, is really impressive. Remember, UConn, one of the best defensive teams in the country. They're shooting almost 52% from the field, and they've done a great job defensively of containing the transition of UConn. They made them a half-court team, and that's why they really struggled the latter stages of that first half.
Today's game is being brought to you in high definition by Harris Corporation, the world leader in broadcast systems for high-definition television and mobile media. So on one hand, you have players like Gray and Edwards stepping up, and the players that we thought were going to have big games didn't have great first half.
No, but they don't have to. When you talk about the beat, he doesn't have to have a dominant game statistically, but he has to be on the floor if you're UConn. That's where his difference is going to be felt. Heifeld, I think, will get a little bit more activity going offensively, but they're going to look to really dominate this game with their guards. They feel like that's their strength. He's just got to have an impact on the interior.
Jeremy Pargo, the point guard for the Zags, a very solid first half.
And he's real confident playing against smaller guards. He really feels like he can attack them and push them around. He did a great job of getting to the rim consistently throughout this game. Look at that, just big boying people down on the block. And that's something if you're UConn. You got to contain his penetration and really stop his ability to get to the rim.
Pargo, 10 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound in the first half as the Zags huddle it up one more time before the second half gets ready to begin. And what should we pay attention to as this second half gets underway?
Well, first, if you're UConn, how are you going to attack the zone? Really, when Gonzaga went to that zone, it changed the entire complexion of this game offensively, and they did a great job defensive transition-wise. The beat has got to become more of a factor for UConn, both offensively and defensively.
Now tomorrow the playoff shakedown continues as Big Ben and the Steelers battle Kerry Collins and the Titans, or Brett and the Jets take on the Seahawks. Check local listings beginning with JB, Dan, Coach Shannon, and Boomer on the NFL Today. As you take a look at some teams that have fallen today, top 10 tumbles. Texas Xavier, and Louisville. How about Tubby in Minnesota?
Doing a great job. Still undefeated, playing great basketball. Big Ten as a whole has really improved. Michigan State getting Suton back, obviously now looking like a team we thought they'd be in the preseason. And Duke defensively on the perimeter as good as anybody in America, totally disrupting what Xavier wanted to do offensively.
And Mike Krzyzewski benching his starters after that loss last week to the Michigan Wolverines. And Michigan, another team with John Beilein playing great basketball this year. Big Ten should be a very interesting conference to watch as the regular season gets going.
Now keep in mind, when the Beat left the game at 8:50, with 8:50 left in the second half, they were up 8. Or now up 9, I should say. And then Gonzaga from that point on outscored them by 8 points. And basically because they could attack the rim and also get offensive rebounds. So let's see if they can keep with that rhythm now with the Beat back in the game.
So we start the second half. 1-point game, Connecticut. As Pargo joins Bolden, Heitfeld, Day, and Downs. Bolden. Day, backdoor Pargo, posting again. Off the glass.